I've been trying to access bariatric surgery for many years now, and I have been denied 3 times. I'm so frustrated. What will it take to get it covered?
I'm tired of people making fun of me about my weight. When will they understand it doesn't help?
I've battled with my weight for so long and feel so alone. Where can I turn for support?
I just want honest, straightforward information. Who will help educate me about my options?
The news talks about obesity every single day but doesn't talk about the struggles I face. Makes me think, who is looking out for me?
Why do kids always make fun of my weight? I wish they would stop.
It's hard to believe that before the Obesity Action Coalition was formed, these individuals didn't have a place to turn for answers. Today, they do.
My name is Joe Naglowski, President and CEO of the Obesity Action Coalition. Many of you may have found yourself relating to the voices we just heard. You know all too well the obstacles, struggles, and frustrations of battling obesity. Today I'm going to introduce you to the OAC and show you how easy it is to raise your voice with your elected officials. The OAC is the only nonprofit organization whose sole focus is giving a voice to those affected by obesity. We were founded after a meeting of elected officials where a legislator stood up and said that although he was often asked to address obesity as a legislator, he had never heard from an individual who was affected personally asking for help. He asked, who represents those who struggle with their weight? He went even further, saying that he could pass a law ending bariatric surgery in his state, and not a single person would march on his front steps or contact him to protest. This pointed out the need for an organized voice of those affected. Shortly afterwards, the OAC was born to educate and advocate on behalf of those affected by obesity. The OAC has fought many battles on many different fronts. I'd like to take a moment to share some of these efforts with you. One of our proudest moments was when the OAC co-hosted the largest obesity awareness event in history, the Walk from Obesity, Walk on the Capitol. More than 3,000 individuals gathered on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. to raise obesity awareness. It was truly an unbelievable sight to see. As loud as our footsteps were in D.C., the voices of those outraged by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee's IQ requirement and PETA's offensive billboard were even louder. Although hard to believe, one of the most troubling issues the OAC faced was the fact that Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee was requiring an IQ test for those seeking bariatric surgery. This requirement was unprecedented. No other medical procedure requires an IQ test. Why would an insurer put forth this requirement? This was discrimination and also an unnecessary barrier to treatment. The OAC and its members fought this issue. Through determination and widespread media coverage, IQ testing was removed from this policy. This was truly a victory. Another important victory was our fight against PETA and their extremely offensive billboard that unfairly stigmatized the obese. When the OAC learned of this issue, we immediately activated our members to write letters to PETA. Within a matter of days, the billboard was taken down. This is an example of power in numbers. If our members did not raise their voice, this billboard would still remain today. We share these issues with you today because we need your voice to help us raise awareness with another important issue, the need of our legislators to do more in the prevention and treatment of obesity. The one constant variable in our efforts has been people just like you. You can be the voice of the OAC, and it's that voice, your voice, that I want to discuss with you. Every individual affected by obesity has the power to make a difference. That's why the OAC was formed and why you need to write to your elected officials. Now, I know what you're thinking. You don't think your letter will make a difference, but you'd be surprised. Experience shows that it only takes 10 letters or emails to a legislator to get them interested. It was Margaret Mead who stated, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." So how do you get started? The OAC has made contacting your elected officials easy. All it takes is a few simple clicks on our Legislative Action Center, and you're on your way. Here's a quick walkthrough on how to use the OAC's Legislative Action Center.
The first thing you want to do is go to the Obesity Action Coalition website at www.obesityaction.org. Here you are at the OAC's website. The Legislative Action Center, where you're able to contact your elected officials, is located right on our homepage, on the right-hand side. Go ahead and click the Legislative Action Center icon. Here you are at the homepage of the Legislative Action Center. The first thing you're going to want to do is type in your zip code to find the different issues that the OAC is targeting. I'm going to go ahead and type in the OAC National Office's zip code and click Go. On this page, you'll find the many different issues that you can take action on, but we'll go ahead and just click on the very first issue to get started. Here's the issue that you can take action on. We have outlined the issue for you and provided some language so that you can add your own experiences. The next thing you're going to want to do is go to the Take Action section. The first step in this section is to compose your message. As you can see, your recipients are already listed for you, and the subject line is already completed for you. However, you're always welcome to put any subject you wish. And you'll always want to make sure that the delivery method selected is email, as this is the preferred method of delivery. As you scroll down, you'll see there's already text in the required text section. This text basically frames the issues and provides a brief description of the action needed on behalf of the congressman. The next section you'll see is the editable text section. Here's where you have the opportunity to share your story with your elected officials. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few tips on what to write. Remember, you want your story to be impactful, but not too long. Be polite, and shorter is better. Stick to the issue you've chosen. You can always go back later and choose another issue to contact your legislator about. Here in the editable text section, this is where you have the opportunity to share your story. Once you've completed your story, type your name in the designated field. The next thing you'll want to do is scroll down and complete the sender information. Remember, it is important that you complete all of this information because legislators need your contact information to respond as well as to confirm you're one of their constituents. Finally, you'll want to hit send message and your message will be on your way. Obviously, we're not sending it right now because we haven't entered anything, but now you have a good look at how easy it is to contact your elected officials. It's just that simple. If you don't have access to the internet, you can still write your legislator a personalized letter. To find your elected officials' contact information, contact the OAC National Office, and we will be glad to help.
Now that you've seen how easy it is, make your commitment to go home today and write your elected officials. So where do you go from here? You're going to write your elected officials and make your voice count, but it doesn't stop there. People often ask me, Joe, what makes the coalition's voice so loud and powerful? My answer, our members. OAC members truly make a difference. I am proud to be one of the 12,000 members of the OAC, and today I invite you to join me. Become a member and help strengthen our efforts and voice. Joining is just as easy as writing a legislator. All it takes is just a few clicks on the OAC website. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this important message today, and remember, we need your voice, we need your strength and determination, we need you. Together, we do make a difference.